So Wayne Brady gets arrested and everyone's blaming me because this is what happened. A friend of mine asked me to go make his car payment at Wells Fargo, drop it off at the bank. It was due that day. He didn't have online access. So I walk in there, but I had hat, sunglasses on because I didn't want people mistaking me for Wayne Brady. And then, of course, you can't walk into a bank with a hat and sunglasses, so they made me take it off. And then everyone was like, oh my God, it's Wayne Brady. And so then all the people came out from the back and the security guard, so I had to take pictures and sign autographs. But they finally processed the payment, so I leave. So I'm driving, I'm about 15 minutes away from the bank, and I get a call from the Let's Make a Deal people. They're like, were you downtown at the Wells Fargo? I was like, yeah, why? Oh, no reason. Can you go back there? I was like, no, I just left there. Why do I have to go back? She's like, can you just go back there? I'm like, you give me a reason to go back there. She's like, well, Wayne Brady's there and he got detained. I'm like, oh my God, dude, how did he get detained? What did he try to do, rob the bank? They're like, no, he's being detained for identity theft and fraud. Whose identity did he steal? Well, he didn't steal any identity, that's why you gotta go back. Well, who are they alleging he stole the identity of? Wayne Brady. So I started laughing. So Wayne Brady went to the Wells Fargo bank to do some banking and is now being detained for impersonating Wayne Brady. She's like, yes. I started cracking up. It's kind of funny now. And she's like, this is not funny. And I'm like, where I'm sitting, this is funny. She's like, can you just go back there and clear this up? Okay, so I turn around, I go back, I walk into the bank, and the cops are there, and Wayne Brady's there, and of course the bank personnel who I just signed autographs and took selfies with are there, and they're like, oh my God, Mr. Brady, we're glad you came back. This gentleman came in and he tried to take $1,500 out of your account. I mean, if you didn't come in before with your friend's auto payment, he might have gotten away with it because he looks exactly like you. I'm like, so I look at him, and then yeah, I knew it's him, and he's all pissed, obviously. And he's like, well, I am Wayne Brady. He's not Wayne Brady, pointing to me. And I'm like, oh, so it's like this now. And I'm like, well, what do you want us to do? And the cop's like, do you want to press charges? I'm like, no, although he's not my Wayne Brady, he's my body double. Your body double? Yeah, celebrities, we have body doubles so we can go around in public. We send the body double to Wells Fargo while we're over the other side of town so the paparazzi will keep off our tail. They're like, oh, that's very smart. Oh, sorry, we didn't mean to have you come back here. Why'd you come back here anyways? Oh, I left my phone. I thought I left my phone, but then when I walked in here, I realized it was in my pocket the whole time. They just looked at me like, okay, must be a celebrity thing. So you want us to do with him? I'm like, well, you know what, you can let him go. And then, but Wayne Brady's steaming this time. He's like, I'm Wayne Brady, goddammit. You will let me go right now. I'm suing you. I'm suing the police force. I'm suing the city. And the cop got pissed. He's like, this gentleman comes in. It was going to let you go. I mean, identity theft and fraud. That's a good 10 years in federal prison. And you're going to get an attitude. You know what, mister? For your attitude, you're going to jail. So the cop cuffs him, and throws him back in a police car and drives him down to the county jail or whatever jail it was. So then, of course, I get a call from the Let's Make a Deal people. Like, what happened? I was like, they took him to jail. You were supposed to clear this up. I did, but he mouthed off to the cop. So what are we going to do? You're going to have to go out and bond him out. So I go down to the jailhouse, and because of, the celebrity involved, the amount of money and felony, his case is first up. I'm in the gallery. And the judge is like, people verse, there's no name here. Sir, what's your name? And he goes, Wayne Brady's the handcuff goes, I'm Wayne Brady. She's like, sir, you're not Wayne Brady. He's Wayne Brady. And she points to me sitting in the gallery. What's your name, sir? I don't. This is a court of law. This is not one of your comedy stages. So Wayne Brady thought he'd be slick and gives him my name. Well, I'm Wavel, Your Honor. Okay, people versus Wavel. What's the charges? Identity theft and fraud. Who's the victim? Wayne Brady. So then the judge turns to me and says, Mr. Brady, stand up. Would you like to press charges in this case? I'm like, no, Your Honor. I would just like to have Mr. Brady or Wavel or whoever, whatever he's calling himself. I'd like to have him released in my custody so I can take him to the mental hospital where he can get the help he needs. So then Wayne Brady's like, he's like, what? I'm Wayne Brady, God damn it, I'm Wayne Brady. And the judge is like, Wavel, calm down. Most celebrities would not be as nice as this. They would have had you thrown in jail and made you do the 10 years for trying to steal $1,500 from their account. You're lucky Wayne Brady is such a nice person. So Mr. Brady, I'm gonna release him into your custody right now, and you can take him straight to the mental hospital. And Mr. Brady, who are those people in the back? And I look, Your Honor, they're from Let's Make a Deal. They just want to make sure that he goes there because they don't want him like rushing the stage like the Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock stuff in the middle of a show. So they want to make sure he's realizes who he is. He's like, oh, okay. And so they release him. I'm walking out with him. He starts turning to me. He's like, I'm going to get you for this. I'm like, dude, I got you off. He's like, no, this is it. I'm going to get you for this. I'm like, okay, you want to play? Let's play. So I turn and I go, Your Honor, one thing. She's like, yes, Mr. Brady. I know there's 5 of us here, but this gentleman, proven he's can be very deceptive. Maybe we should give him an ankle monitor, just in case he escapes our custody on the way to the mental hospital. You know, he's already caused so much trouble for Wells Fargo, the court, the police. She's like, Mr. Wayne, that's a good idea. She goes, bailiff, get an ankle monitor. So they got an ankle monitor, put it on him. I'm like, yeah, so you can get me for that too? He's like, I can't believe you just did that. I was like, thank you, Your Honor. And we walked out and we're going to the parking lot. He's like, I can't believe you have an ankle monitor on me. And when am I going to get this off? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, well, I can't go anywhere there. I can't wear shorts now. So I can't go to Vegas. It's 100 degrees. And I walk around with pants so you're going to look at me and then they can see the ankle monitor. Well, you shouldn't have mouthed off to the cop. You shouldn't have mouthed off to me. Now, maybe if you were better at holding your tongue, you wouldn't be in this predicament. You're lucky I got you out of this. You were looking at 10 years. So then he just was quiet the whole way home. So if you want to know the difference between me and Wayne Brady now, I'm the guy without the ankle monitor.